was wondering if you could tell me your name and occupation to start with.
So, my name is Courtney Jocelyn. I guess I'm a freelance events and marketing manager. I've been doing Leeds Indie Market for just over a year. So this is our second alternative market. The first one was back in May. We've been doing pop-up markets since April last year.
Okay.
And we've just been building as we go, which is lovely.
That's wonderful. How did the Leeds Indie Market start?
So my degree was event and festival management, and I graduated back in 2016.
Okay.
So really, I was just having a hard time fitting into a job that I enjoyed doing. So I just decided to jump into my own thing, basically. I just took a bit of a leap of faith and set up my own markets, but it's been going really well so far.
Yeah, it seems like you have a lot of engagement and a lot of people that come, so that's really great.
Yeah.
Then what's the main difference between the indie market and the half moon market?
Okay, so the indie market is only Yorkshire-based vendors, and it's a bit of everything: food, drinks, crafts, jewellery, etc. Whereas the moon markets are our alternative version of that. So we have a bit of a darker, more spooky, gothic theme with the vendors that come to these moon markets. But we started the alt ones because we saw a gap in the market. Basically, there's lots of pop-ups, there's lots of like regular markets, but in Leeds I can only think of one, maybe two other like specifically alternative kind of themed markets. So we just thought, yeah, we'll try that and see how it goes. But there's been a really, really good response to it so far. So.
For sure, that's awesome. And then you said Yorkshire-based only. Is it any different for the...
Yeah, there's no specification on where you're from for these alternative markets. Yeah, because they're a bit more niche. We didn't want to restrict ourselves to such a small area.
Okay.
But because the indie markets it's local, we thought we'd keep it Yorkshire-based to keep it fair.
For sure. Awesome. And then, so do you see people kind of from Northern England mostly, or do people travel a little bit further to do...
I think the furthest vendor today has come from Nottingham.
Okay.
But yeah, most people are kind of Manchester or Yorkshire or kind of Northwest or...
Awesome. And then what's your favourite part about doing the markets?
Oh, that's a really hard question. I think, honestly, it's seeing it all set up and then seeing people have a really great time. It's like a surreal moment the first few times because you're like, I put this together, like, I made this happen. But it's just so fulfilling to see people enjoying themselves and chatting to the vendors when they've like, oh, I've met so many lovely people. It's just like, it just makes my heart sing to kind of spread that joy.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's got really good energy, and I haven't ever been to anything like this before, and it's really cool to see everybody all together, and that's really great. How do you determine which vendors to have at the markets? Because I know that you have an application process.
Yeah, so our application process, we are what I say is a one whip market, which means we will only book one of everything to make it fair. So like, we'll have one candle vendor, for example, or we'll have like one person doing ceramics. So when the applications come through, immediately we're like, okay, we'd like to have one of this, one of this, one of this.
Oh, okay.
And then so we see which applications come through and then kind of narrow it down from there. But yeah, we like to make sure it's different every time and there's something new and exciting every market. Some of the pop-up markets around, you can go to and there'll be like 4 candle people, or there'll be like 3 people doing polymer clay jewellery. And we try to avoid that because we think it's not fair to be competing with the vendors around you. So we try and make it like kind of one of everything for a nice selection.
I looked on your Instagram. It seems like most of your stuff is Facebook, Instagram.
Yep.
And I saw that your mission statement emphasizes building a community, creating a safe place for all people, and celebrating talent in the local area. Is there anything that you'd like your community to know?
Oh, just that I appreciate them all so much. Like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the vendors and the visitors. So yeah, I'm just really, really grateful for all the people that do continually support us. And we do like have people like visitors that come to every single one that we do just to check it out, and that just, it makes me so happy.